What's up, guys? This is Michael, Treeline Backpacker. Today we're looking at a frame bag from Rhinowalk, simply titled the 2.4 liter frame bag. This is a relatively affordable device. It's usually around 40 bucks. I just kind of wanted to show this off because I looked around. I really didn't see much in the way of videos for it. It's going to be kind of a review, more of an overview, just because it's so unique, and I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I have some mixed feelings about it, but let's get into that. So primarily, of course, this is a frame bag designed to slot into the triangle of your bike, preferably a gravel bike or a commuter, something like that. Probably not going to work on most full suspensions. It does have this unique sort of a nose shape that gives you a little extra space here, designed to let a water bottle slot in and kind of dodge that. It's made out of a decent quality Cordura, waterproof-ish zippers. We have Velcro tabs across the top. We have an adjustment on the back. Another Velcro tab here. Plastic pulls with some cordage. A main zipper on this side. Another main zipper on the other. And we have some paracord lashings on the bottom. Of course, these Velcro straps can be cut down to fit the shape of your bike, which I'll be doing shortly. I just wanted to show you how long they come out of the box. That should fit, I would think, just about any bike. It does have this unique tab on the bottom underneath the strap that should reduce frame wear. So if your bag's shifting back and forth, that's going to actually have a grippy texture on the bottom that should stick in place. Probably still going to recommend tape or some sort of frame guard for that, because I think it's still going to rub a little bit, especially down here with this plastic one. And if you can see that, the plastic actually sits against the frame. Let's go around the back. A lot of extra webbing for that, which makes sense if you're putting this on a very large bike. That could have to go way back on the side there. Of course, you can see the other side. We have Velcro on this side, which I'm not sure why they did that, because nothing's really going to stick to that. Maybe if you had a top bag, it could come down and stick to that. We have another zipper on this side. And these actually access two different compartments of the bike. You can grab it with one finger. It does slide pretty easily. Decent sized pocket with a nice yellow, very bright, like highlighter yellow backing, which I do appreciate. That makes it a little easier to see things that are in there. You get a great contrast. If you look, this appears to be some sort of X-Pack or ripstop material. They didn't go a whole lot of detail into that. You do have an adjustment on your lashings across the bottom, and that goes pretty much the entire length of the bag. Velcro stitched pretty well. Got a good amount of stitching on both sides. You can move these Velcro straps. You can see these are loops, so you get a little bit of wiggle room there. These are water resistant zippers. I don't know if they're YKK or what brand they are. You have a little storm flap on that side. Let's take a look at what I would consider the main compartment. The zip. If you open it up, you have the same highlighted area here, and you have some webbings and some small pockets. The nose houses a little bit of extra storage, not as much as I was hoping, but you can get a little patch kit, some other things down in there. These were kind of installed what I would consider kind of backwards. So you've got the loops on the far side, which you may or may not be able to see with the contrast of the video. But the adjustment is actually on the inside. I think they should have flipped that, put the adjustment on the outside, which you could, just undo the cordage and redo that yourself if you really wanted to. But I just think that's a weird kind of oversight. Nice size pockets on the inside here. Keep my TPU tubes. Of course, that's my pump. Whatever you want there. And what I've been doing is stuffing the phone in the backside, keys and such here, snacks. It's a decent bit of storage. The only real problem is the verticality of the storage is pretty small, which makes it hard to stuff a layer in there. My phone barely fits. Like, it actually stiffens out and like kind of stretches the bag a little bit just to wedge it in there with the phone case. Another minor complaint are the pulls. This is kind of big and plastic. Bounces around. It's not really noisy, but it can catch your legs. So what I'll probably do is just cut that off, tie a piece of paracord and maybe shrink wrap it just to make that a little smaller, a tiny bit lighter. Really wouldn't worry about that. But it's going to be quieter and won't hit your legs so much. If you look from the top, it doesn't really bulge out too much unless you start putting gear in there. It is fairly stable as far as side to side, which I do like. But the bag did come folded, and the crease was actually this way. So they'd taken this and folded it over and shoved it into a smaller package. And that was really hard to get the pack straight again. And it's kind of still a little wonky from it, and it's never really been perfectly straight, which, you know, a fabric bag is not the biggest deal. But still, something that bothered me when it came. There's also just kind of the geometry of the way this lands in my frame in particular. Of course, this is going to vary per person, but I can't really snug it into the frame that I really wanted to. And these bolts on my bike also get in the way, which I can take those out and just tape over the holes to let it snug in a little bit more. But I was really hoping the clearance from the water bottle would be a little better without me having to move it down. But I can do that. I don't know if that's going to get in the way of my second water bottle, which I do sometimes use. Yeah, overall those are kind of my thoughts. You do have a little hole here, so if you have a battery bank in there, you can run it up. I guess if you have a top tube bag, have your phone on the top, you could charge it. There's lots of options. For the price, 40 bucks is not too bad. I don't know what their warranty's like. I don't know what their customer service is like. But yeah, it's a decent offering. If you have a limited space and really want to shove a lot of equipment in, this is an option. It's probably not going to be the one that I keep. I have a few other options I'm going to look at. But just since no one else has ever really talked about it, at least not in the video form, I wanted to show it off. If you have any questions, let me know. Michael, Treeline Backpacker, thank you for watching.